Welcome to this journey of spiritual growth and self-reflection, where we explore the timeless wisdom of Christ's teachings on imitation. In Philippians 2:5, Paul writes, "Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others." As followers of Christ, we're called to embody this selfless attitude in our daily lives. But what does it truly mean to imitate me as I imitate Christ? It's a phrase that can be both inspiring and intimidating. How do we balance the desire to follow in Jesus' footsteps with the complexities of our own personalities, circumstances, and relationships? This is where biblical wisdom comes in, not just as abstract principles, but as living, breathing guidance for our walk with God. As we delve into Scripture, we'll discover practical insights on how to cultivate a heart that's fully surrendered to Christ, one that longs to serve others as He served us. In the following pages, we'll explore some of the most profound teachings from the Bible on imitation and selflessness. From Jesus' encounters with the Samaritan woman to Paul's reflections on humility, we'll examine the ways in which God calls us to look beyond our own interests and priorities. Join me as we embark on this journey together, one that I hope will challenge you, encourage you, and inspire you to imitate me as I imitate Christ, just as Paul encourages us to do. Biblical context and key passages in the Bible. The theme of not being afraid appears in various passages where God reassures His people that He is with them. One such instance can be found in Isaiah 41:10, where it's written, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." This passage highlights the significance of trusting in God's presence and power. Another crucial passage is Matthew 14:27. Where Jesus tells His disciples to take heart after they become frightened by a storm. He reminds them that He is with them on the water. This story showcases how Jesus' presence can calm our fears and give us confidence in difficult situations. The book of Joshua also emphasizes this concept when God encourages Joshua as he prepares to lead the Israelites into Canaan, saying, "Do not be frightened nor dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Joshua 1:9. This verse demonstrates God's faithfulness and promises His continued presence in our lives. The Apostle Paul repeats this reassuring message when he writes to Timothy, "For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." 2 Timothy 1:7. By embracing this truth, we can develop the courage and confidence to live out our faith in an uncertain world. This emphasis on not being afraid is a thread that runs throughout Scripture, reminding us that God's presence is what empowers us to be courageous and serve Him without fear or intimidation. Meaning and key themes. Biblical wisdom teaches us that imitation of Christ is not about replicating His actions, but about embracing the heart behind those actions. When we imitate me as I imitate Christ, we're called to cultivate a spirit of selflessness and humility, just as Paul exhorts us in Philippians 2:5-8. This means looking beyond our own interests and desires, and instead seeking to understand and meet the needs of others. It's about being willing to serve, to sacrifice, and to put others before ourselves, just as Jesus did throughout His ministry. One key theme in Scripture is the idea that true greatness comes not from seeking power or recognition, but from serving others. As Jesus teaches in Mark 10:42-45, He says that those who seek to be great must become servants of all. This challenges our natural inclination to seek status and importance, and instead calls us to humility and service. Another important theme is the concept of fear not, a phrase that appears repeatedly throughout Scripture as God reassures His people of His presence and power. E.g., Isaiah 41, Matthew 40:27. When we trust in God's sovereignty, we can face challenges with courage and confidence, knowing that He is with us always. By embracing these themes, selflessness, humility, service, and trust in God's presence, we can deepen our understanding of what it means to imitate me as I imitate Christ. Practical application today. So how do we apply this biblical wisdom to our everyday lives? Here are a few practical suggestions. Serve others without expectation of reward or recognition. Prioritize humility and put the needs of others before your own. Trust in God's presence and power, even in uncertain or challenging situations. By living out these principles, we can grow in our ability to imitate me as I imitate Christ, serving Him with a heart that's fully surrendered and a spirit that's empowered by His love. In conclusion, as we've explored the biblical wisdom on imitation, it's clear that imitate me as I imitate Christ is more than just a phrase. It's a call to a lifestyle of selflessness and humility. By embracing this mindset, we can cultivate a heart that serves others with the same love and compassion that Jesus showed us. The journey of imitation isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about being willing to learn from our mistakes, to grow in our understanding of God's character, and to become more like Him in every aspect of our lives. As you continue on this path with me, I encourage you to remember that biblical wisdom is not just a set of principles. It's a living, breathing guide for our walk with God. May we press into His presence, trusting in His sovereignty and power to empower us to live out our faith in an uncertain world.